YouTube, what's going on with y'all boys, man? We come back with another video. We are going to be watching how a masculine man thinks. So basically, how Andrew Tate thinks. And the reason we're watching this video because we have a lot of feminine activity from men, what do you call it, sassy men around right now. So we gotta get control of that. So me personally, I feel I'm a masculine man. I'm just gonna confirm the video for y'all viewers. So whatever he said, I'm just gonna confirm. So enough talk. Let's get right to the video.
Jeffrey is in the most boring lesson of the day. Maths. I hate maths. This is so boring. He puts his head on his desk and begins to daydream about becoming rich and successful. Jeffrey did this every single day when he was in school. So how do you think his life turned out? Adonis.
Bro, you don't know.
Adonis is a masculine man, and so when he sees young Jeffrey daydreaming, he wants to help him. They do dream of a good life, but they use a plan to achieve that dream, young Jeffrey. Today I'm going to show you how a masculine man thinks. Planning to record this video just made me freeze for a second, and I realized how important this work is. Because it seems like a vague topic of, how a masculine man thinks, but this isn't something that you've ever been taught before, is it? You've never once had a class on this. You had classes in school about the mitochondria as the powerhouse of the cell, or some stuff that will get us cancelled if you talk about how crazy it is, but you were never taught this stuff before. And if you were part of the unfortunate majority of young men who didn't have masculine role models, then you probably have no idea how a masculine man actually thinks. So I'm going to tell you from my understanding, as I've went through my own journey of being more masculine, what the transformation has been in the thoughts that I have in my mind. This isn't much of a clickbait video, and it's not going to be that entertaining or that valuable. This isn't like a top 7 ways to get girls, which is going to get loads of views. But if you are here and you sit and watch all of it, you're probably more of the intellectual, more intelligent than the people who need the Andrew Tate shorts. Andrew Tate, the story is the feminist, yes! So let's first see if you can relate to how I used to think when I was younger through all of my childhood.
Before we don't, I'm just gonna let you know, my childhood is not gonna relate to his childhood, bro. Just by this flip right here, bro, we not gonna relate, bro.
Through all of my teenage years, and also for the first few years of my 20s, I thought like a stereotypical feminine man. The thoughts that I had in my mind from moment to moment were so feminine and so problematic. A huge mistake, leading straight to failure, leading straight to heartbreak, straight to being unsuccessful, to being broke. And you guess what kind of thoughts I had in my mind? It was all about wanting love and affection and intimacy.
Is he tweaking? Wanting love, affection, that's basic human rights, bro. Everyone wants that. It's not just that's the power of these masculine men, bro. You telling me as a man I can't want to be loved, bro?
And that doesn't seem bad, does it? That seems okay, yeah? This isn't any pussy stuff or anything. We actually know that love, a feeling of belonging is very important for all kinds of people. Psychologists have proved this to us many times. But when you obsess over that, do you think it's gonna help you to get it? Do you think younger me, who was obsessing over his crush, was gonna attract her? When I was having these needy, obsessive thoughts about a girl that I had a crush on who I probably never even spoke to, do you think I did well in my exams? Or do you think I did well in sport or maybe a business outside of school? No, I was so distracted. And that was kind of my natural, automatic thoughts. Just through the day, my mind would ruminate on just getting girls and wanting to just get love in my life. Please let someone love me. But how about my thoughts when it came to being in some kind of masculine place? Let's say, I'm 14 years old and I'm playing football with my friends in school. What was I thinking there? Maybe it'd be similar to what you used to think in this kind of environment of, playing sports when you were younger. My mind was so feminine that even though there was a goal and a mission and something to do, something to accomplish, there's the ball, okay, get it into this net, that's the objective. Instead of striving to be good at the thing we were doing, like football, my mind was complaining. I hated that I was uncomfortable. If I'd run for just a few seconds, my mind would think thoughts like, oh, this is so hard, it's so painful, oh, my stomach really hurts, I've got a stitch, oh, my legs really hurt, I should probably just go slow because that one time someone told me to go slow, so yeah, I'll just ease up, I'll probably just stand around for the rest of the session, and oh look, there's Jack, let's go talk to Jack, hey Jack. Do you think I scored many goals? And then you see one of those masculine kids. Isn't it obvious what he would have been thinking? Oh man, we're down 2-3, let's hustle up, come on, I've really got to sprint faster next time.
Bro, as a D1 athlete, I don't think none of that shit, bro. When I'm on the court, I don't think, oh, let's hustle, we need good, no, nigga. I don't think about that shit. I sit back, Kobe mindset. Cleaners. And I look at the crowd, point at the hose. Yeah. And then when I'm on defense, you gotta go like these. You gotta get down low, slap the ground, look at the hose again, steal the ball, go down the court, lay that bitch. And then when you going up there, lay up, look at the hose again, lay that shit. He talking about some hustle up and shit. I don't, none of that. The hose. Come on, man. That's all that matters.
Objective based, focused on the mission, on the purpose of what he's currently doing. That is masculinity. This really translates into the rest of your life, because when I was still quite feminine, age 22, and I wanted to get into entrepreneurship and I really wanted to start a YouTube channel, how do you think it went? Do you think suddenly I was so driven? Yes, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna wake up early and I'm gonna do loads of work and it's gonna be so good. Or do you think I procrastinated? I daydreamed. I lied to myself. I disrespected myself and said, yeah, I'll do it after lunch. Yeah, you know, it's kind of late right now. I'll do it tomorrow morning. Oh man, I
will give you all the key to procrastination, bro. You're gonna die. So let me explain, bro. So look, like every time when you don't want to do something, bro, you get up, 10 push-ups, and you go get like these, right? And after you do your little 10 push-ups, you get up, you go do your work. And somehow, if you can't get up and do 10 push-ups, you sleep. Damn, bro, I'm fat. And you won't get up and do the 10 push-ups, bro.
Late, so I'll just do it later on, yeah, after the gym. Excuses. One of the best parts of becoming more masculine is that your brain just makes and also accepts less excuses from yourself. And I'm not some like ultra masculine, uber chad, you know, really like clued in guy. I'm new to being masculine myself. I'm 25 years old. I'd say I've been masculine for maybe 1 to 2 years. Because it just never was in my mind. It's not one of those things that you got a class in school. It's not one of those things that the world tries to tell you to be. In fact, the world pushes you away from this. Because haven't you heard this from childhood that, you know, being a man is toxic, that thinking like a man is toxic? Just today I've had a realization that I have mentioned before on camera, and it's a very controversial take, but it is absolutely the truth. A huge part of masculinity and having these masculine thoughts in your mind is that about sex. Not so much about obsessing it and needing it, but to appreciate the beautiful women that you come across. You know, you've heard for so long that you shouldn't sexualize women. They're not objects. They're not sex objects for you to stare at and everything. It sounds really odd for me to tell you that that's not really good advice. That really the good advice that will give you so much more love and connection in your life, it's to actually feel completely fine, comfortable, confident in sexualizing women. It's a big important part of masculinity. Now that I've kind of said it like that, it kind of seems like common sense, doesn't it? If you were a masculine man, you'd naturally just sexualize women. Now they've told you not to do this, that it's evil, that you're a bad person for this. But mark my words, a woman might say that she doesn't want men to sexualize her, but that same woman will sleep with a guy who sexualizes her. You see, this is just one small issue where what you've been told isn't actually what will work to give you a good life. And there's definitely going to be...
See, what he's saying is, don't just straight up sexualize the hoes out your mouth. You do that shit in your head or some shit, bro. Is what I'm guessing. Cause I ain't gonna lie, if I'm the hoes and you start sexualizing me, you getting no play. In front of other niggas, you getting no play. I'm not gonna lie to you, getting no play, bro.
Be people watching this thinking, yeah, he Hamza's a rapist. He just they're gonna take this the wrong way, but you can see what I'm saying here. I'm not saying to be weird or to obsess over getting laid or to like stare at a girl and make her uncomfortable. But if you do want to pursue something,
oh yeah, bro. Like I just learned the look not too long ago. You gotta hit him with the look. So you gotta like, let me teach y'all this, bro. Look, you lean back. You gotta shut your eyes a little bit like these, and you gotta just keep a calm face. And you gonna get whatever you want, bro. That's all I gotta tell y'all boys, man. You do that fucker right there.
Woman. She needs to kind of see it in your eyes that you want her physically, that you want her emotionally, spiritually, sexually, that she needs to see this. And so when she sees you with so much conditioning that you, like, you know, you're kind of scared to even look at her body, you're scared to compliment her, she puts you in one of two categories, Jeffrey or Adonis. And which one do you think she's gonna put you? If you're like this very timid guy who's like, you know, so modest, yeah, like I'm a male feminist, I don't care about sex. This doesn't mean that you have to be a degenerate. This doesn't mean that you have to be like sex obsessed or anything. But a healthy masculine man finds the sexual and romantic sides of his life incredibly important. And even if, for example, let's say you're waiting for marriage, you should still feel this core masculine energy inside of you that wants to get...
I ain't gonna lie, there's no man in this world that's waiting for marriage. If your man's telling you he's waiting for marriage, that means he gets no hoes. I had a friend that was like that. He ain't getting no hoes. The moment he got a hoe, he stopped waiting.
Women. You don't need to indulge in it, but it's important to have these thoughts and this feeling and to just harness that energy into something productive. Because so many guys, so unfortunately, have believed the lies that we've been told for all of our lives, which I don't blame them for, because when everyone's telling you, yeah, act this way, don't be masculine, you're a rapist. Well, I can't blame some young Jeffrey who believes that, can I? I don't know if this is common sense to you, but this was almost like a realization for me of how beautiful work like this is, where you can go online and you can hear essentially the thoughts, right? The words of other guys. And if you want to be like those other guys, it may be absolutely life-changing for you to consume their content. Maybe you've already thought to yourself that what you've learned from me has been quite valuable. When you really think about what this is just my thoughts sent to you over the internet, and your life can change because of that. Not so much because of my thoughts, but because, you know, you listen to those thoughts, your brain processes them, and then you make some actions through the day. And that's something which is kind of like common sense to a lot of people. So yeah, like you consume content and you can change because of that. But it only just hit me like a couple of months ago that when you consume someone's content, you are actually not consuming content, you're consuming their thoughts. And if their thoughts are going to be valuable and effective for you, then continue doing that. But on the other hand, if their thoughts are not going to be valuable for you, if their thoughts are actually going to be a detriment to your life, then you should probably not continue watching them. But if you stick to the self-improvement practices, your life undeniably will get better. You're on this journey to become more masculine, to be more like the ultimate man Adonis. And the best way to progress to that is to follow some kind of program, some like laid out system, which is that of self-improvement. If you're ready to take the plunge, I invite you to join our cult. And there's a video you can go click on, which is titled Welcome to.
But I ain't gonna lie, we are fucking with bro. He was spitting facts. You can tell that he's spitting facts because he's strong. If you are not strong, you are automatically not masculine, bro. If you're fat, you are not masculine, bro. And if you are fat and getting mad at me for saying you're not masculine, bro, you're not masculine because you're getting mad at what I'm saying and I'm a nigga over the internet. Facts.
Okay, so you vote. Very 2015. Bitch, I'm going what you fucking with. Okay, niggas want to fight. I just want to fuck. Exit pill poppin', he don't ever mean much.